everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to show you how to make a card using the stamp set called Christmas Reindeer, and I'm also going to use the slimline stitched card front. Okay, so this is the stamp set, and I'm going to use this reindeer, and then I'm also going to use that banner for my sentiment. And this is the stitched slimline card front, but I'm going to make an A2 card size card. So I'll show you how to use this slimline die on other sized cards. All right. So I have the reindeer loaded into my MISTI, and I'm using French vanilla cardstock for this. And I've cut it just a little bit larger than the reindeer image. So I'm inking him up in black ink, and I'll stamp that out. And then off camera, I will color him in with triblendmarkers and cut him out with the coordinating die. Okay. So now we have our image all done and cut out. That's ready to go. Okay, so this is how you use the slimline die on a regular A2 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. So I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock at 4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to take this die and I'm going to lay it on top. And I'm using the lines on my Versamat to make sure everything's straight. And then I'll just tack it down with some purple tape. And so the die is over the top and the bottom of that piece of cardstock. And I've run it through. And now I've got my shorter piece that is die cut. Okay, so the only difference is that it's not actually cut at the top and bottom by the die. It just, the pattern just kind of runs off the edge. Okay, now I'm going to stamp on the light side of toffee, and I flipped my Versamat over for stamping. I'm using espresso ink, and I've got this banner image. I'm going to stamp that out. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says Merry Christmas in scarlet ink. Okay, so we'll take that off camera and run it through with the coordinating die. All right, so now we have our little banner. We're ready to start cutting pieces for the front of the card. So I've got some scarlet glitter paper, and I've cut 2 pieces at 1/4 inch by 5 1/2. And then my base is going to be Christmas Story patterned paper. So I'm going to cut this at an A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then we can start assembling. Pretty simple. The longest part of this card is coloring in the reindeer, but it goes pretty quickly. So, okay, so I have a card base, and then I'm just going to put the Christmas Story paper down with some tape runner. And then I'll add this textured piece, a wood grain with mink cardstock. And I'm just putting tape runner, I'm moving it in about 1/4 inch so that I can scooch part of that glitter paper underneath the edges. So it's not, the adhesive isn't right up to the edges on the left and right side. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay everything out. And then we can put those 2 pieces of glitter paper down. So I'm just using wet glue so that I can slide it under the edge of that mink piece. Just line it up and scooch it under just a smidge. And then we'll do the other side. Just a tiny bit of glitter paper just adds a nice pop of color to the card. Okay. And then I'll pop both the reindeer and the sentiment with some thin foam tape. So I have that ready to go. We'll put the reindeer down, and then we'll add our sentiment. And for the last touch, I decided I wanted to use some liquid pearls for the berries and the holly crown that the reindeer is wearing. So I'm just going to dot some little berries in the same places that I'd colored in with red. Pretty simple. So all these supplies are currently available in my online store. And there's my finished card. I'll make a list with links in the description below. You can do a little shopping. Here's some close-up shots. That reindeer, he's so handsome. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And thanks for watching.